What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Post Credit Chat. My name is Mark, and this is Sam, and welcome to your first ever Marvel Monday. Every single Monday, we are going to be reviewing a Marvel movie in release order. So starting with Iron Man, which is the video you're on now, leading up to Avengers Doomsday. Sam, we've got a lot of Marvel movies to review. This year.
We got a lot of Marvel movies.
Alone, we have a lot. We're only doing the Marvel movies. We're not going to be doing the Marvel shows. We're also, this will be interesting. We are thinking about jumping into some of the other worlds Marvel movies. Maybe we're kind of deciding how that'll look, like the X-Men and Fantastic Four. So who knows? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we won't. But we definitely know we're not going to be reviewing the Marvel TV shows. We can reference them, but just for the sake of this segment, we're just going to keep it to the MCU movies. We are going to be reviewing two different, ranking some things in this as well. We're going to be ranking the post-credit scenes of every Marvel movie, and then we're also going to be ranking the villains of every Marvel movie. We've seen some other creators. That's kind of been a popular thing, actually, I've seen, is ranking some of the post-credit scenes and ranking the villains. So I figured, hey, why not? Why can't post-credit chat get in that?
Let's do it.
let's get in on that. I think that'll be fun. Am I missing anything? I think that was kind of like the big announcement.
Yeah,
that's probably it. But obviously, before we jump in all that, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, BlueSky, X, and YouTube, all at the handle of Post-Credit Chat. What I want to do is jump into it. We are reviewing Iron Man 1. And Sam, real quick, Iron Man, what a great way to start off into the MCU.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
What a great freaking movie, man. It's like a palate cleanser, kind of, after, the past couple years of Marvel movies. It's like, man, this is where we started? Are you kidding me?
The good old days, right?
Yes, dude. It's just so good. I'm so excited to talk about this.
So my wife is sick right now. She's
that's
like a cough, a headache. Yeah, I think she's got the flu, poor thing. But she has just been in bed. And the other day I walk into the room and she's watching Iron Man. I was like, wait, I got to watch this for our review. Can I? So we just restarted it and we started watching it together.
Easy.
And then today, I don't understand her order of watching these. But today she was watching Spider-Man Homecoming. So
what?
I don't know who I'm married to anymore.
What is that? All right. Whatever.
Whatever, right? Whatever. I got to have a little sit down chat with her and say, hey, listen, when you're in, here's how we watch these movies in the house.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You at least got to stick by Iron Man 1, 2, 3. Bare minimum.
Yes.
Come on.
Which were all made in 5 years. Fun fact.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're all made within 5 years.
Dude, again,
2008.
What's going on now, man?
2008 was Iron Man 1, and 2013 was Iron Man 3.
Oh, so, Spider-Verse movies need to get on that.
They do. They sure do. Oh. But speaking of fun facts, I wanted to go through our segment in Marvel Monday, where we go through some fun facts of the movie with you guys. A little bit of the movie history, and just so you guys are aware, we do have this movie directed by Jon Favreau. And not only Jon Favreau directing it, yes, he directed it, but some projects that he worked on prior to Iron Man was Zathura. I have never seen that movie. I've never seen, isn't that like it's kids movie when we were growing up?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Jumanji clone, but it's like space instead of
it was good.
Jungle. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I think it's a great movie. It has
that's cool.
Oh gosh, the guy Josh Hutcherson. It has him in it.
Okay.
As a kid, and whoever plays the main girl in Twilight, I think.
Oh.
I don't know her name.
I don't either. I would hear it and I'd be like, oh, I know that. But yeah. I don't. He also directed a movie called Maid, and a movie called, maybe you've heard of it, Elf, one of the better Christmas movies we have ever had. Post Iron Man releasing, he then came to direct Iron Man 2, one single episode of The Office, a movie called Chef, which I desperately want to see. I've not seen it yet. and also the live action Lion King.
Heck
He
yeah.
has obviously made projects before that and after that, but just some of the bigger ones.
Yeah. I will say, and this is, I didn't tell you this yet.
Okay.
I just now found out that Jon Favreau is the guy who plays Happy in all these movies. I had no idea that these were the same person.
That's awesome.
Which is
Okay.
so funny to me because he's like directing these movies and he's always putting himself with with women, dude. It's hilarious. He did it in Chef too, apparently.
That
It's so
is,
funny.
yeah. Okay. Sam, that's a fun,
Yeah. So
fun little get for you then, I guess.
it is, yeah.
Um, okay. Well, I'm just making a small, quick little tweak. Um, those are the things that he directed. This movie was released Iron Man 1 May 2nd of 2008. Let's see here. Why did my screen? Okay, there we go. Cool. Iron Man, this is a film that Universal Pictures really was trying to get off the ground for a long time. And not necessarily this Iron Man movie. There's like a whole bunch of other casts that they had before. Or at least not cast for the whole movie, just who was going to be playing Iron Man. At one point, they were trying to get this going. What? 1990? Yep, 1990. Marvel acquired the rights in 2005, or reacquired the rights in 2005. But before that, it was New Line Cinema that was trying to work on this and get it going. At one point, Tom Cruise, in the midst of all this, offered to he was trying to, be a producer and also star as Iron Man. And that's kind of why with all of, because there was with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, there was one point where we thought, oh gosh, I can't remember. Supreme Iron Man. I cannot remember who it is. Iron Man in the white silver armor. Basically kind of more like a villain. I think he's more like Homelander, if you will. But people were kind of hoping we would see that in Multiverse of Madness and that he'd be played by maybe Tom Cruise. But didn't get that. Would have been a fun little get. Didn't happen. It also received 2 nominations for the 81st Academy Awards for the Best Sound Editing and the Best Visual Effects. Iron Man had a budget of $140 million and it grossed over $585 million. We have it starring Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
The GOAT. Yeah.
The GOAT. Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts. Terrence Howard as Rhodey. Sorry, not wearing my glasses. Jeff Bridges. Yeah. R.I.P. There was a lot of drama with that one. Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane. We had Paul Bettany as the voice of Jarvis. I would love to come back to this later.
Yes.
Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan. And Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson. Just a few of the actors and actresses in this movie. Obviously, we have more people in it. But I thought it was funny, looking at this, do you think we get we get Vision in Avengers Age of Ultron? But I wonder if they knew at that time, because Disney wasn't involved with this yet. This is Paramount that put out this movie.
So this is something I was actually just thinking about as you're going through the history of the movie. I wonder what kind of setup this took. I wonder how far ahead of time they were planning everything, because seeing Paul Bettany here, it's like were they banking on getting that far? This being as big of a success as it was?
Yeah. Or maybe they just brought him in to really voice Jarvis. And it was just like, hey, you actually would play a great Vision. Let's make it happen. So it's just cool. When you look at the breadcrumb trail looking behind it, it's awesome. All the dots have connected and they've done a good job doing that.
Yeah.
There's some things that they probably have not done a good job. MCU is what I'm saying, but this is one of those things that they've done really well with.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's jump into it.
Yeah.
What we want to do is just kind of run through the movie, and this is just going to be our review. Run through it, and we'll talk about it as things come up. But Tony Stark shows off the Jericho missile to the military in Afghanistan, and he says a funny line. He says, they say the best weapon is the one you only have to fire, or the one you never have to fire. And his father said, dad says only one, you have to fire once or something like that. That was quite funny. I like that. I thought this was really cool. You get him kind of like in his element. We get to see exactly who Tony Stark is right off the rip. Doing a good job with that. On the ride out, Tony is being Tony. He's got his old charming self in the vehicle that they're riding off in. This is like the convoy ambush scene we see take place. One guy gets really messed up as he steps out. He gets kind of shot and gets thrown right against the car as Tony's inside, and Tony like escaped out the other side. Good thing he did, because the vehicle blew up. But we then see Tony wake up in a cave as a prisoner of the 10 Rings, which I did not know. And I think a lot of us were really like, because the 10 Rings in the comics are really intertwined with, Simu Lee's movie.
Oh, Shang-Chi?
Yes, thank you.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, that's who the villains
man.
are. They're the 10 Rings in
I
that
didn't
movie.
think about that.
Well,
that's
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings.
Yes, like that makes sense, but I guess never put that together. That's crazy.
This is a great awakening for you. This is
I'm
going to be
learning
exactly
so
what you
much.
need. You are. I like it. Nothing wrong with it. But I thought it was fun because when Shang-Chi did come out, like everybody was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. They're going back to something that was in the very first Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was awesome. The 10 Rings were kind of like not just secluded to just Afghanistan. They were kind of spread out, and that's really exciting to kind of see that take place. In the cave, he meets a guy named Yinsen, who's keeping the shrapnel from reaching Tony's heart with a magnetic battery setup that he came up with. A car battery, to be specific. I'd be losing my mind if I were in that scenario.
Yeah, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
This dude in a cave is like operating on me like that.
It's really cool though, because like we learn Yinsen works for Tony. Like I thought that was like, or used to work for Tony, I should say. Sorry. I thought that was really cool. The terrorists demand that Tony build them the Jericho missiles, and it's really exciting because Tony's not just like this guy who is over, this company. He's actually like part of. He can do all the work, right?
Yeah, he's like the guy.
He is the guy. I like that they kind of show that perspective of him, because it's like, yeah, he's like, I am this, as everyone says, playboy, billionaire, genius, philanthropist kind of guy. But yes, he's all those things, but he also can get the work done,
Yes.
and he's not just like party dude and all that. And that's where the genius part comes in from all that. Tony does pretend to comply, but he secretly is building an escape plan with Yinsen. And he gives us a little hint saying, I shouldn't be alive unless it was for a reason. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say that kind of continuing into the next like thing. This whole sequence has kind of always got me, because it's like they really did not check this guy. They know that he's like a genius pretty much, and they're like, yeah, he's doing exactly what we were asking him to, 100%.
Yep.
It's like, what? I don't know about that one, man.
It worked in their favor, That's all that matters.
Yeah. It did. You're right.
They construct a crude armored suit, the Mark 1. We get to see, and a power source to keep Tony alive, which, I keep forgetting that, but like the arc reactor that they make is like continually pulling on that shrapnel, and I keep forgetting that. This movie is so good, and like this is an example as to why like it's okay to not have a movie with the biggest like budget scenes. Like, what was it, $140 million was their budget for this movie?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't make another Iron Man movie with that budget. That alone, you'd have to pay Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, crazy,
more than
crazy
that,
money.
right?
Yeah.
So I should look this up. I wish I could have seen how much he actually got paid for this movie. That'd be a fun fact. Yinsen buys Tony time and sacrifices himself during the escape. And he gives Tony a little quote, "Don't waste your livestock."
Yeah. Dude, that whole, like, this is so nitpicky, but it's like, man, he didn't have to die. He didn't buy that much time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, he did grab the gun and he, like, just ran out into the cave. And
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree with that.
He's like, "Don't waste your life." He basically did exactly that. Like,
Or he could have just grabbed the gun and gone back to Tony, and
yes. Yeah, that too.
protected him, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
It's like, you don't have time.
This guy.
I would not be sacrificing myself. I'd be like, dude, I've been in this cave. Either I'm getting in that suit or I'm going to just stay right here next to you and you're going to.
No, exactly. Like, I saved your life. You better have my back, dude.
Exactly. Yes. Tony bursts out in the Mark I and he fights through the camp and escapes into the desert. This was really cool because the Mark I suit is just so epic. I think, like, there's that scene where he's like escaping and he comes outside out of the tunnel and he sees all these missiles, all these things with his name on it, which is kind of epic. And, hence the reason why we're about to talk about what we do in a few minutes, but in making his decision to move away from weapons manufacturing. But man, I love, like, the story this movie has put out there, having Tony come from a place of, like, not being really involved in his company, not knowing the behind the scenes, and in this place place of, darkness and him being lost and at the same time not really, he learns more about his company in Afghanistan than he did being with his company. It's kind of cool. Good
It's really
storytelling.
cool. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so Tony goes out into the desert, and it looks like he's been traveling for some time. The Mark I suit is essentially just destroyed. Like, it's no longer. It's just sitting in the middle of the desert. But Tony is rescued and he is flown home. We see Rhodey. He has a cool line. He's like, "Next time you ride in my vehicle," right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool because you could tell Rhodey's like really protective over Tony. But back in the US, he shocks the world by shutting down the weapons manufacturing. That's a big decision for him. Before that, I do want to make a comment. He did, they landed, he gets the pepper pots, he gets in the vehicle, and he says, "I want two things right now. First, I want an American cheeseburger. And second, I want a press conference," I think, or is what he said. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I like, whenever he says like cheeseburger, I'm like, dude, I really want a cheeseburger right now. It sounds like, even right now, like talking about, I'm like, I really want a cheeseburger. So Sam, here's my question for you. You're in Tony's situation. You get rescued. Where are you going to get your first cheeseburger?
Dude, it's Five Guys.
Is it McDonald's?
No, it's Five Guys.
Five Guys?
If I'm Tony Stark, I can afford Five Guys, first of all. Maybe. I probably can't get a full meal, but I can at least get the burger if I'm Tony Stark, right?
You can't go to the bank and just take a loan out and then get a Five Guys?
Yeah. Let me take out like a second down payment on my house or something.
Yeah, after the credit check.
Yeah, golly. But yeah, it'd be Five Guys, dude. Their burgers are so good. And that's like, to me, that is like an American burger. If you get that thing loaded up, it's like, I don't need to get into the details, but man, that's it.
I love that. I think that's awesome. I love Five Guys, Sam. I think Five Guys is amazing.
Yeah.
I do like McDonald's. I think they're probably the weakest that I've had lately. I think Burger King has a great burger. Wendy's is disgusting. Do you know, like, Burger King burger?
Burger King.
Do you know, like, Burger King?
BK has the Burger King in the sign. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Burger King.
No way, dude. That Burger King sucks.
No, here's the thing. I'm not saying they have the best, but they have a really good cheeseburger.
No
way. It tastes like it just came off the grill. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
When's the last time you had a Burger King burger?
Dude, I'm going to level with you. I think it's been like 8 years.
Go get
Maybe
it.
that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Here's
But
what your order needs to be. Tomorrow, you go to Burger King, you get a double cheeseburger, meat and cheese only. Or this is my order, meat and cheese only.
okay.
You order
You have a
fries.
dry burger?
No, I throw ketchup on there. I don't like pickles. I don't like
Oh,
onion,
okay.
lettuce, tomato. Your burger has to be good without the toppings, except cheese. I like cheese. But if your burger like is only good, you're like, you have to get the lettuce and the tomato. It's so good. I'm like,
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah,
if your burger
you're
is
right.
only good contingent on me putting things on there, like the patty has to be good itself, then it's
That's
not a
fair.
good burger. So
Yeah.
that's my belief. I'm a
Burger
burger
King,
guy.
dude. That's crazy though.
Go get a
Like,
double cheeseburger, go get a fry, add some chicken fries to it, just chicken
okay.
nuggets, but in the
Yeah,
shape,
admittedly, the chicken fries are pretty good.
they slap. They
They're
really
pretty
do.
good. Yeah.
My dog loves the chicken fries. I feel bad because I'm eating them in front of her and she's like just staring at me, drooling. I'm like, here's the thing. If I give you this, that's one less for me. And I pay
Yes.
for it. So,
And those things are like a luxury, you know?
yeah, they're fantastic. If I worked at Burger King, let me tell you something.
You'd get fired
That
from Burger King.
I get fired from Burger King. Blah, 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 blah.
Anyways.
Anyways, Obadiah Stane, he tries coming down the crowd and then he pulls Tony to the side. Kind of like trying to calm Tony down as well. He's like trying to manage the crowd. He's trying to manage Tony. And he's like, wow, you could have looped me in on this a little bit more kind of thing. But after all this, Tony isolates, rethinks everything, and he starts building something new in his workshop.
Yeah.
He creates an improved reactor and begins developing the next suit, which is awesome. We're about to get the Mark II. The Mark II is built, tested, and early flight nearly kills him due to the icing at high altitude.
Listen, man, let me
Yeah.
just say, I love the iconic red and like gold. I think it's sick. But man, is
What's the
that silver suit is so clean.
It is.
Like, it's so nice, dude.
I love that. I agree with you. It does look really good. When Rhodey's looking at it later in the movie, I was like, dude, he's like, next time, baby. I was like, hell no. I would have jumped in that thing right then and there. Well, that is my time. When are you going to be in Tony Stark's garage next?
That's a good point.
Take it now. Take it then. I mean, I guess he was in his garage later because he ended up getting it in Iron Man 2. So
not him though. Different one. Different Rhodey.
Different Rhodey. That Rhodey went and got plastic surgery. So
yeah, a lot of it.
A lot of it. The Mark II is built, tested, early flight. Oh, sorry, I read this already. He upgrades the suit's materials and finishes the red and gold, making the Mark III. So we're already on the third suit. Tony sees Stark weapons at the. What's up?
It's pretty quick, dude. He's flying through suit variations.
It was pretty quick. Tony sees Stark weapons in the hands of the terrorists and realizes the damage is personal now. So what's happening is like he's at this, what is it, the gala or something that he's at, and a reporter comes up to him and shows him on the phone like, hey, this is what's happening. So also in the scene, he's with Pepper Potts, and he's like really blown away because he's like all about Pepper. She's dressed up and looking good, and so he goes up to her and is like dancing with her. They almost have a scene where they kiss, and then he left her and never came back. Fun little nod right there to a later thing that happens on the movie. But because of all of this, he goes and he attacks the 10 Rings operation, destroys the weapons caches, and saves civilians. And he gives us the iconic line, "My name is Iron Man."
Yeah, dude.
The U.S. military tries to identify the armored figure, and Rhodey gets suspicious. So in this scene, this is a big scene. This was cool. Iron Man, like, as he's leaving, and he or like leaving after saving the civilians, he got into like the flight with those 2 fighter jets that were following him, tracking him, and he's like, it's so funny. He's like on the phone with Rhodey. He's like, hey, it's me. Stop attacking. I'm the one in the suit kind of thing. I thought this is, again, another part that was really cool and clever for the movie.
That whole like sequence, him like back in Afghanistan and then flying back, everything about that is just so cool.
I
Like
agree.
the way that they do the action in this movie is phenomenal.
They did a good job with it. I'm trying to look up, oh gosh. Let's see here. Avengers Endgame. Thought I saw an image on here earlier that was pretty. No, I don't know. It looked very similar to like a moment. No, was it this? Sorry, it was not Endgame. I don't know. But all that to say, Don Cheadle, he is like very different from Terrence Howard. Like
Yes.
their roadies are so different.
Yep.
I really do appreciate though, like what is it? Terrence Howard's like, I think he's really good. I think Terrence Howard is really good as roadie. In
I
this
agree with
scene,
you.
yeah, in this like whole scene, he's good at like displaying emotion. He's good at like kind of like being Tony's good friend and whatnot. And I do think like Don Cheadle did a good job of that as well. But I'm not gonna lie, as the Marvel movies go on and we see Rhodey, I'm always wondering like, what would it look like if Terrence Howard was playing this? Like, I'm
Mhm.
curious. I want to know. I like Don Cheadle. I think he's done good, but I think Terrence Howard's, deliverance in this, like, I might be one of the few. I think I do like him a little better as Rhodey than Don Cheadle.
Dude, I might
But
agree
it's
with you. I think he's really, really good in the role.
yeah,
And it stinks that well, I guess it stinks that he's not doing it anymore. I mean, you kind of forget about him after a while just
yeah,
because he was in like one movie. But for what it's worth, what he was a part of was good.
yeah. Okay, so Obadiah Stane, he goes to Afghanistan with some of his men or whatever, his bodyguards, and it shows that he has been working behind the scenes. He's been selling weapons under the table. So Stane, he obtains the Mark I remnants and starts building a bigger suit from the Afghanistan leader that we see at the beginning of the movie. Tony Stark's arc reactor begins to poison him. His death is rapidly declining, or his health is rapidly declining. His death is rapidly approaching. And then the quote, "I am Iron Man, the suit and I are one," takes place. 24 Pepper investigates and uncovers evidence tying Stane to an illegal weapons deal. This scene kind of like was pretty, like, she's on his computer or like on Tony's computer, and like this dude just walks into the office. Like, he's like an intimidating guy, right? And
Mhm.
so, but like, I don't know, like, his life is ruined after she gets that, and so, like, I feel like they didn't really do a whole lot to show that afterward, I guess, is kinda my point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I also like these scenes always kind of get me. It's like this person is being so unbelievably suspicious, and you're like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure. you know,
Yeah.
like that always messes with me, man.
Satan confronts Tony, paralyzes him, and steals the arc reactor from his chest at his house.
Ripped his
What
heart
is
out,
that
dude.
what is that thing he's using to, like, paralyze these people? Like, it's so cool. Like, I think it's, like, so OP.
It
I
is,
wish we could have
yeah.
seen that more in the MCU. I thought that was really cool. Tony nearly dies, but swaps in his older reactor, and he survives. And on his old reactor, it says proof that Tony Stark has a heart. It's cool because you can actually like buy that on Amazon, like a replica of it. I don't think
Yeah.
it's too expensive, but it's really cool. That'd be a fun little a cool desk prop, I should say. Tony nearly dies, but he swaps it out. And then Pepper and Shield move to stop Spain, but he suits up as Ironmonger and escapes. This thing
So
is massive.
yeah, this scene's also really cool because like it's a little eerie too, you know? It's
Mhm.
like the way that they I don't it was I wouldn't say it's like a horror movie or anything, but it's like very like tense.
Yeah,
As they're
like,
like moving through this facility, like, where is this thing? You know?
and all of a sudden you see like these eyes glow.
Yeah. It's cool, man.
I agree with that. So I'll be honest, this scene to me, whenever I rewatch Iron Man, this is usually where I hit pause and I never come back. And so
Really?
rewatching it, yeah, I just think it's so boring. And I'm like,
Uh,
I feel like I've already seen the best parts of this movie. But watching it with my wife the other night or the other day, I just, obviously watching the whole thing, we're reviewing it. And I was like, I enjoyed it a little more than I thought,
mm,
I guess I
yeah.
would in the past. But yeah, I like rarely ever watch that scene or
Dang.
that moment moving forward. But Tony, he fights Obadiah Stane in the city. Ironmonger is stronger and more brutal in a lot of different ways. However, he's a lot slower moving. And Tony draws him back to the Stark Industries to use the arc reactor as a last ditch weapon. Pepper overloads the arc reactor. It explodes, taking Stane down with it. Prior to that, Iron Man, or Tony, leads Obadiah up in, high up into the atmosphere. So the issue that he ran into earlier with his suit, freezing, he uses that against Obadiah Stane because that's something that he worked on.
Heck yeah.
I thought that was a cool little nod back to the beginning of the
That's
movie.
a great scene, dude.
Uh, Tony steps up to the mic, abandons the lie, and he owns it. And he says, I am Iron Man. It
Mm,
was really cool because, it kind of set the tone for, the MCU. This is going to be, it's funny. I could be wrong. We're watching Homecoming. My wife was watching Homecoming today, so I was watching it with her. And Spider-Man, I'm trying to think. Tony was going to introduce Spider-Man at the end of that movie to the reporters on the other side of the door. Cause he lost his suit. Tony took it away from him. And
mhm.
then he gets his suit back after he does some good deeds and saves the Stark plane from being hijacked from Vulture. But Tony brings him in and he's like, hey, good job. You get your suit back. In fact, here's the Iron Spider suit. Here's some reporters on the back. We're going to introduce you as the new Avenger. And Peter says, no, I'm not going to do that. And he's not interested, but he leaves and turns around and is like, hey, that was a test, right? And he's like, yeah, it was a test. You passed. But it wasn't a test. There was actually reporters. So where I'm going with that is if he would have introduced Spider-Man, Spider-Man would have been the first Avenger with a disguise, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Captain America, everyone knows Steve Rogers is Captain America. Everyone knows
Yeah.
Black Widow, Hawkeye. Well, maybe they don't know Black Widow and Hawkeye, but they're not also out in the public eye like everyone else.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Like, well,
I don't know. I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know.
And even Hulk.
They
I
definitely
mean,
do after the events of the first Avengers movie,
right.
but
I guess as far as wearing a suit, he's the only one that conceals his identity.
yeah.
He doesn't want anyone to know I'm Spider-Man.
Yep.
So it would have been cool because if he got introduced, we would have seen that. So, um, what?
No, it's a shame.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah.
We get our first post-credit scene in
Yeah.
this movie. And this kind of changed the game for comic book movies.
Dude, yeah.
Not because we've seen it before, but the MCU has just been so consistent with it. It's been awesome. But
Yeah.
we get our first post-credit scene. Nick Fury visits Tony and says, I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. Love it. Very cool. That
Heck
got
yeah.
everybody excited. Like, oh my gosh, they're going to do something that we have never seen done before.
No, exactly. Like, this is, like, what started everything, you know?
Yep.
And the amount of, like, cultural impact this has now had because of, like, pretty much this one moment is
Right.
insane.
I agree, dude. It's epic. It really is. Um, we went through it.
That's
Any
it.
thoughts on Iron Man before we kind of jump into our rankings?
Dude, it's just a good freaking movie. Like, a good action movie. It's got a little bit of, like, heart to it. It's a fun it's just great. I don't even know,
Yeah.
man. I'm
I think they did a good job with it, man. You look
yes.
at what better way to start off the MCU than with a Marvel character that people are familiar with, but the wider audience is not very familiar with Iron Man.
Yeah. Yep.
They brought someone in who, in the past, like with the previous live action Iron Man, looked kind of lame, right? And bringing him in and just like upping it, making it look really cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I think that was exciting. So
That was
kicking it off with
sick.
Iron Man, they did a good job with it. I thought this is awesome. What we need to do is rank the post-credit scene,
Yeah, dude.
and this is our first movie.
Dude, it's
So
number 1.
it's number
Like, this
one.
is this is the number 1 post-credit scene so far.
I do want to know. Give me your thoughts on the post-credit scene. Uh, ranking it with words. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I really like it. Um, I think in a saturated, like, market of post-credit scenes, it falls kinda flat just
Yeah,
because it's not like, Thanos picking up the Infinity Gauntlet and saying, "Alright, fine, I'll do it myself." It's nothing like that.
right.
But because of, like, when it happened and, like, what it meant for the future, huge. Like, absolutely, like, incredible. It's like, "What? I can't believe, like, what might be coming up," you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I am excited for like as we go and we keep reviewing these post-credit scenes. For me, I did like this one, a lot for what we just talked about, but knowing the stakes and like going to an Avengers movie, like and having even Samuel L. Jackson come in as Nick Fury was like so cool. That
That's
was
sick.
awesome.
Yeah.
The plan was to get a Nick Fury movie in the early 2000s, I think, not from Marvel, but from Skydance Media.
Mhm.
Um, I'm glad they didn't go that route. No, they did do I think there is actually an old Nick Fury movie.
No.
I think there is, but yes, there is.
What?
1998 Agent of Shield, Nick Fury.
No way, dude.
You looking it up?
Yeah.
It looks it looks bad, but
It looks horrible.
I'm not a fan of older movies. I know, like, you can roast me in the comments. That's just me. I'm not a big fan of it.
From one of the writers of Batman Begins.
Is
What
that what it
kind
says?
Yeah, that's what it says. From
There's
one of the
also
writers.
a 1978 live action Doctor Strange movie.
Really, dude? That's crazy.
So
David
Marvel movies are around.
Hasselhoff. That's insane.
Yep,
I didn't
yep.
that it's I know that in the comics, or I'm pretty sure in the comics Nick Fury is, like, white, but it's weird seeing him after seeing, like, Samuel L. Jackson, you know? It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, because
"Oh,
we're
that
so
does
we
make
love
sense."
Samuel L. Jackson just did such a good job with that
Yeah,
character.
it's, like, perfect.
Um, we also need to rank the villain, Obadiah Stane, obviously.
Oh, he's number 1.
Number 1 as well. I completely agree, Sam. Uh, did you like Obadiah Stane?
I thi Dude, I mean, I think he's fine. If he did what he was supposed to do as a villain, and that's enough. He wasn't, like, particularly end of the day, he was just a dude, you know? He didn't do a whole
Yeah,
lot other than say, "I wanna sell more weapons." Okay.
I don't like him. I like Obadiah Stane in the movie as Obadiah Stane. When he, like, puts on the armor and all that, I kinda like that's also where I feel like I lose interest in this as well. So,
I can see that.
I almost like in Iron Man 2, and we'll talk about that movie in 2 weeks because they filmed Iron Man 2
No.
pretty quickly.
Is it that
Yeah.
fast?
I think it was the 3rd movie. I think they did Incredible Hulk and then Iron Man 2.
Ooh, no.
Or it's
Hulk was
Thor and then Iron Man
before.
2.
I think it's gotta be I think it's either Thor or Captain America next, right?
No. No, 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 no. It is Incredible Hulk and then it's Iron Man 2 because the post-credit scene in Iron Man 2 is Thor's hammer. And then that's when we get
You're
Thor.
so right.
Am I right?
Wait, The Incredible Hulk was 2000? You're right.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
and it
know. Yeah, when I was little, I didn't know the Incredible Hulk was a part of the MCU.
it
I just thought it was its own thing.
it came out, like, a month after Iron Man.
Was it the same year?
Yeah, same year.
I thought it was like the year after, but yeah, if it's the same year, that's crazy. Edward Norton, baby. We'll be talking about it. We'll be watching it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so it's Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor,
yeah,
and then
that's
Captain
wild.
America. That's
Um,
crazy.
Obadiah saying, I think Iron Man 2, I love the approach where it's this rich guy who's the villain, but he doesn't suit up because he's like, I'm
Yeah.
not that kind of guy. Like, you're not the guy, pal. You're not the guy. Like, and that's like Obadiah Stane. I think Obadiah Stane would have been so much better in this movie like that if he was more focused on being him and not putting on armor. Like if he would have just made,
Yeah.
and then that would have given us the same plot line really in Iron Man 2, but that's okay. Like that's just what I would have preferred.
Yeah.
So Obadiah Stane for me, I'm assuming is probably going to tank pretty hard, but well,
He's number 1 right now.
he's number
But yeah,
one. He's
he'll
doing
go
really
down
good.
for sure.
Yeah, he will. Awesome. Any closing thoughts before we wrap up?
No, man. Just honestly, it's got me more excited for what's to come. I love like phase 1, 2, and 3, man.
Yeah, the rewatch is going to be exciting. I am
Heck
stoked
yeah.
for this, especially like watching all this leading up to Doomsday is going to be a I was gonna say like a breath of fresh air because watching in kind of a different light. We've watched them in release order before, but this is going to be a little different going into our 5th Avengers movie. I'm excited
Heck
for
yeah.
that. Well, thank you guys for giving us your time. We're so glad that you have stuck with us in this review. We're going to be reviewing all of the Marvel movies on Marvel Mondays, except today being Wednesday. And then this will take place leading up to Doomsday, as we just said. What's fun is there are so many Marvel movies that we're only going to have 3 Mondays where we don't upload an episode, which is just kind of crazy to think about. That's
Yeah,
really
dude, that's
bonkers. That's a lot of Marvel movies, but it's fun. And in a way, I think it's going to make the year go by really quick.
I was thinking that, dude. Like
Yeah, if you think about
we're
it like
only
that,
11 months away from Doomsday.
it sounds forever. But when you like are in, the line of podcasting that we do, where you're always looking at game releases and these kinds of things, like, yeah,
It flies by.
it flies by. It's pretty wild. Awesome. Well, cool. Thank you guys for joining us. You can find us all at the socials of Instagram, TikTok, BlueSky, X, and YouTube at the handle of Post Credit Chat. My name is Mark. This is Sam. Thank you for joining us and have a great day.